Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up when you come in here, man. Big shout outs to everybody that's early to the live stream. Big shout outs to Mansa, Westside Nate in the building, Kamisha in the building, Ray Lopez in the building, DJ Mastodon in the building, Urique, what up? May, what up? Devania, shout out to Caribbean Islands. Angie, what up? Kamisha, again. Shout out to Anthony and Xavier in the building. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up when you come in here, man. Make sure y'all get the likes up when y'all land yourself in this live stream, bro. I appreciate everybody that came in here early. Shout out to Q Smooth and Daniel and Pack Out for making an appearance. ISC for making an appearance. Y'all get the likes up, y'all. It's good to see y'all, man. There's been quite a lot of things that have happened in different realms of social media. You know, there's a lot of crazy hate in the world. There's a lot of music things that have been coming out. Cardi B just came out with an album. David updates just happened. LeBron sat down, did an interview. People are still losing their minds over Democrats and Republicans, all this political shit. But it's a good thing that we can just all link together in the Ville and just share our thoughts and share our opinions and just embrace one another on here. So I appreciate everybody that took their time to be on here. And what's good, y'all? Y'all get the likes up, man. Shout outs to everybody in here, bruh. Shout outs to everybody in here. It's an evil world we live in, bro. But I appreciate that we all could just sit down and be together here, man. So thank you for tapping in. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all get the likes up, bro, because we got to talk about one of the GOATs. We got to talk about one of the best basketball players of all time and why he's still in the crosshairs of this rap battle, bro. It never made sense to me why LeBron is part of this battle. Never made sense to me. Never made sense to me at all. At all. Like every time that I think about LeBron being a part of the beef, it always just makes me laugh because it's like, what did he even do? Jay Elect rapping about the UAPs too. I saw that. I saw shout out Jay Electronica. Shout out Jay Electronica. The UAPs. Oh yeah, there was some alien stuff happening, right? Was it not? There was like they were reporting alien. Oh, there was this guy. It's funny. This side note, real quick. There was a guy that has an alien in a safe, and he's just carrying it and posting it on TikTok like it's nothing, bro. Like this is the craziest time of the internet that I probably have experienced probably in the last decade, bro. Like it's just crazy. Like we just got random TikTokers holding aliens hostage in a safe. Like it's just crazy, bro. There's so much stuff going on in the world. But I didn't know, yeah, bro. Aliens. I feel like that guy from the History Channel. He's like aliens. You know what I mean? Oh, dumb, bro. Y'all get the likes up when y'all come in here, man, because we got to talk about the one of the GOATs. Now you could like Jordan better, you could like LeBron better, but we are going to talk about LeBron. Whoever you think is the GOAT, that's your opinion. But with all due respect, I never knew why LeBron was part of this beef. It never made sense to me. What, just because he danced to a couple of songs? Just because he got rhythm and he wants to dance to Not Like Us? That's why he's public enemy number one. Shout out Jordan and Devania in the chat. Bro, it always confuses me why people always make a big deal about LeBron liking certain music, especially when it comes to Drake. I mean, Drake has always been somebody that always is critical about the people that are against him or that he feels is against him because they rather listen to Kendrick when it turns on and they dance to it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But there has been videos of LeBron singing along to some songs from Triple S for You. He's always been a mutual party. A lot of people are trying to say that LeBron is playing like the nice guy, or he's trying to take the high road, be the bigger man, and not try to like stoop down to Drake's level. Realistically, bro, when Triple S for You came out, some shitty songs for You came out, LeBron was online nodding his head to a few of the tracks. I think he likes the Somebody Loves Me song. I'm not tripping, bro. I think there's a video going around where he was actually enjoying the album. So he's always been mutual. He's always just enjoyed the music, just been a fan of the music. The reason why I feel like obviously Drake is attacking LeBron is because he was at the pop out. He was dancing a lot like us. He's having a good time. His wife is enjoying his wife, all PG langed out, wearing PG length shirts at the Olympics, at the beach, at the parties that they go to together. She's all PG langed out. And he did this interview with Speedy, and I thought it was interesting how Speedy set up this interview because he does ask him about Drake briefly, but it's the question that he asked LeBron afterwards. And that's the point that I want to get to, because we do have to talk about the man on the Lakers. Yeah, we have to talk about the man on the Lakers.
Cause I made a bet or two that he's gonna shoot.
Y'all get the likes of y'all.
Get 10 reads, and then the Lakers ain't gonna lose. And they got Luka, Don, A. Reeves, and then LeBron, the real big three.
Y'all get the likes of y'all.
They gave up baby because they needed change. And you got to say his name. His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
Hey.
LeBron, I'm asking you to say his name.
LeBron James. Nah, for real though. Let's get to it, man, because he did this whole thing. He did this whole interview. Right. So we gotta get into that, right? I just think it's funny that Speedy just really thought that he did something. Like, he asked him briefly, but it's the next question that he asked him, right? It's the next question that he asked him. Let's see if I could pull this up right here. Yeah, there you go. So this is when he asked him, basically, essentially. Type of one if you could hear this, y'all. Type of one if you could hear this. I'm gonna adjust my screen right here. All right, so let's see.
Someone you have been friends with seemingly forever, Drake. Are y'all cool? What's the status there? Is this someone you always have love for?
Always wish him the best. Obviously, different places right now. Currently, he's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. But it's always love for sure.
Savannah, your wife, you guys have been locked in seemingly forever at this point. What would you say is like the secret to like having wifey, holding it down, you holding her down? You're like the only, it's like a picture perfect, it seems.
But it's not, man, Speedy. I'm gonna be honest. The relationship is never picture perfect.
Okay, so that real quick, just one more time, because it's very brief how he mentions Drake.
Always wish him the best.
What's the status there? Is this someone you always have love for?
Always wish him the best. Obviously, different places right now.
LeBron's smart, bro. He knows that he's not gonna feed into Drake's antics. LeBron is not going to publicly diss Drake. If Drake wanted that, he is not going to get that. I don't know why, like I said, I don't know why Drake decided to pick LeBron. Obviously, he's a celebrity. He's one of the biggest celebrities of our generations in sports, in entertainment. He is definitely a known person, known celebrity that everybody culturally around the world knows. Maybe that's why, but he had nothing to do with the beef. If you went to the pop out and sang a couple songs and sang Not Like Us, you should be mad at Jeff Bezos. Remember, Drake did a whole fucking deal with Amazon, but there's a video of LeBron James and Jeff Bezos in the same video dancing and enjoying Not Like Us together, bro. So it's like, what the hell is your problem with LeBron? And I just think that it has to do with some type of relationship that they have together. A lot of people always say, they talk about Canada and their time spending in Canada and their time at the Caravana and how like LeBron had did this and LeBron had did that. And people are starting to say, well, hopefully he doesn't air out Drake and hopefully Drake doesn't air out LeBron because these guys were cool. And hopefully one day, or not hopefully, but somebody was saying, I think it was Lathan, I'll get to it right now, Van Lathan or something. He said these guys were so cool that they could expose each other's secrets. So just because Drake couldn't expose Kendrick, he's gonna expose LeBron. So you mean to tell me that he just targets another person because he can't beat the person that beat him? That's the thing that always fucks me up when people bring up LeBron in the conversation. He wasn't even in the equation. Mathematically speaking, he wasn't even in the equation. Like, that's why none of this shit adds up. And then he says different places right now. He could have said anything. He could have said, oh, fuck that guy. I don't like that guy. He's a piece of shit. And there could be, and then some people behind the scenes think that Drake got dirt on LeBron and LeBron got dirt on Drake. That's the narrative, right? That they were close friends, that they know shit about each other. But if that's the case, do you think that LeBron is going to openly disrespect Drake to give him the opportunity to do that? This is why I think LeBron is smart. Let's say that Drake does have something over LeBron, right? He already mentioned in Irish Fighting Freestyle that he had cheated on his wife, right? He already insinuated to that. So let's say that Drake does, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he does have something on LeBron. LeBron's not going to give him the lob. Let's talk basketball terms. He's not going to give him the assist. He's not going to lob it to Drake so that way he could come back and disrespect him. He's not going to serve it up for him so that way he could come back, or it could come back and bite him in the ass. LeBron knows, I'm just going to keep it chill. I'm going to keep it neutral. I'm going to kill him with kindness. I'm just going to be nice and not mention him at all. And this is the part of the interview that's so funny, because he doesn't say anything mean about Drake. But we know the narrative online is that Savannah is happy that LeBron is not fucking with Drake anymore. That's been the narrative this whole time. Savannah is happy that Drake and LeBron aren't friends anymore. For whatever reason, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but for sure, she had definitely showed signs of happiness now that Drake and LeBron aren't cool, which is funny how Speedy sets up these questions, because right after he tells them about Drake, right after he asked the question about him and Drake being good, and he does this crazy PR, like, respects to him, right? Playing the nice game. I'm going to be the bigger person. Shout outs to him. Different places right now. And then all of a sudden, Speedy brings up LeBron's wife. And we know that everybody thinks that LeBron's wife, Savannah, hates Drake. So it's funny how after he asked about Drake, he brings up Savannah. That's the funny part about this whole interview.
Currently, he's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. But it's always love for sure.
Savannah, your wife, you guys have been locked in seemingly forever at this point. What would you say is like the secret to like having wifey, holding it down, you holding her down? You're like the only, it's like a picture perfect, it seems.
But it's not, man, Speedy. I'm gonna be honest. The relationship is never picture perfect. But if you're able to work through, if you're okay with working through the hardships and the adverse moments, then it will make it all worth it, man. Like,
And I think that's what Speedy did on purpose. He asked about Drake, and then he asked about Savannah. Speedy is not slick, bro. I know why he did that, because everybody on the internet knows that Savannah was happy that Drake and LeBron aren't cool anymore, or at least Drake's not cool with LeBron anymore. And you see her partying to Not Like Us extra hard. You see her wearing the PG Lang shirts everywhere she goes, whether it was at the Olympics, at a festival, wherever it was. Wherever you see her, she's always rocking her PG Lang shit. She's always got the PG Lang hoodie, the hat, the shirt, whatever. You always see her with it. So the fact that he asked about their relationship and that he says, you guys look like the perfect couple, it almost seems like Speedy was trying to insinuate or try to bring about the question of y'all's relationship after bringing up Drake, when we know publicly that Drake tried to expose that LeBron was a cheater. So it's funny to me how he set up this interview. And then LeBron is telling him, bro, it's not perfect. Like, a lot of people on the internet want to say that our relationship is perfect, but we've been dating since high school. And if y'all have partners that y'all been with in high school, you could attest to that relationships are never going to be perfect. Relationships that have been around that long are never going to be perfect. There are always going to be ups and downs in every relationship, especially one that's been going on since y'all were in high school. There is no way that a couple has never fought in the existence of their time being together. There is no way. It doesn't exist. And I hate the fact that Drake is trying to play on this cheating shit. Like, oh, Kendrick, you cheated on your girl. Oh, LeBron, you cheated on your girl. Like, bro, you're trying to target at the most weakest shit that you could ever do imaginable as a man. Bringing up my relationship, bro. Like, if I had an enemy on the street, the last thing that he's going to talk about is my girl and my relationship, bro. If I see him and he see me, we're fighting on the street immediately. We're throwing hands, bro. Fuck who you think I'm dating, and fuck who you. I don't even give a fuck about who you date. The fuck does that have to do with anything? Maybe because they're celebrities and they feel like these are the low blows they could take. But in real life, bro, if you have an enemy, you really don't give a fuck about who they're dating, bro. Realistically, right?
We've been together since high school, so shit ain't gonna always be a bed of roses, man. In any relationship, let alone someone that you're living with for over 20 years. So, I think communication is number one. Being honest is number two. Number three is just like you have to be okay with being uncomfortable in relationships sometimes, man. You can't always have it your way. You can't always think that, my way or the highway. It's never going to work that way. The saying happy wife, happy life, that shit real, bro. But also like, happy husband.
Happy loving.
Yeah, there you go.
Made that up on the top, my boy.
Right, that's why you're not Speedy, man. That was quick.
Yeah.
But for real, like,
produce the album, bro.
There you go. But like for real, like it's not gonna be a bed of roses. And if you okay with,
like if LeBron wanted to be petty against Drake, if LeBron really wanted to get petty against Drake, I think LeBron should drop an album. Like they're saying about dropping an album and like all this other shit. Bro, let's just be real. If LeBron James dropped like a little 5-track EP with a couple of features from some good artists, that shit is selling over like 200,000 copies, bro. That shit would outsell Drake from all the shit that he's put out this year. If LeBron really wanted to be petty, I think he should drop a fucking album. I don't think he would. I don't think he will. I miss 4 Bars Friday. LeBron got bars, y'all. LeBron James got bars. 4 Bars Friday. Hold on, look. I fucking love LeBron, bro. Like, no glaze. But for boo. What did he say? Nah, it's all dumb, bro. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Instagram. 4 Bars Friday.
Was dubbed King James before I even had a throne to sit on. Mama knew I was a star before I had a bit to spit on. 2 young ones now, I can't let them down. Striving for greatness to all 3 of us wear a crown. 4 Bars Friday.
Nah, just play it. Nah, but for real though, if he wanted to, LeGlaze is crazy. Calm down. LeGlaze is wild, bro. Glaze is wild. a little glaze. Nah, but for real though, you feel what I'm saying though, bro? Like if he dropped an album, right? Not even a whole album, bro could drop an EP and he could outsell Drake. Like that is crazy because he's not even and he should. I don't know why he hasn't. Kobe dropped an album. Allen Iverson dropped an album. 40 Bars went crazy. Was it 40 Bars or 30 Bars went crazy? Kevin Durant had made a music video. Damian Lillard, I have his album saved on my playlist. Damian Lillard got some bars. I like Damian Lillard shit. A lot of people are kind of like critical about it, but I actually think he could rap. Like he could rap his ass off. Then features would be if he had Kendrick as a feature. If LeBron James dropped an album and he had Kendrick as a feature, that shit is fucking selling like at least 200,000, 300,000 the first fucking week, bro. Especially because it's LeBron. I don't even think he needs Kendrick. But yeah, if he had Kendrick, it'll probably double the numbers. Like I'm not even kidding. It's going platinum. Yeah, it's going platinum, bro. It's gonna go platinum crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like Drake is lucky that LeBron is taking the high road. He is super lucky that he's taking the high road. If LeBron was as petty as Drake, he would drop an album with Kendrick or without Kendrick, and it would still outperform anything that Drake had dropped today or dropped in this past fucking year. in 2025. And it would be shit like this, and people would glaze.
LeBron James freestyles for his
People would
Instagram.
glaze this.
4 bars Friday.
Was dubbed King James before I even had a throne to sit on. Mama knew I was a star before I had a bit to spit on. 2 young ones now, you know I can't let them down. Striving for greatness to all 3 of us wear a crown. 4 balls Friday.
4 balls Friday. And then he's going to create the deluxe. I love that video when LeBron is like basically breaking down what a deluxe is. Like if he created it and then he drops an actual deluxe and then that outsells whatever Drake's next. That sells Iceman. Like, nah, bro, I'm telling you. Drake is lucky that LeBron is not petty, bro. He is not petty, but if he was, guarantee you he beat him in his own game. And another thing, and another conversation that is going around on the we don't know. I mean, shit, Akademiks, bro. Akademiks been looking like he been choosing the other side or opposing the team that he's on, because Akademiks is all of a sudden saying that LeBron is pulling a gunner. LeBron is pulling a gunner, which I don't think is necessary to say pulling a gunner, because you're just taking the high road. You're being the bigger man. I'm not going to disrespect you, but apparently, like, that is the conversation that Akademiks is having with himself on his live stream. He claims that Akademiks is sending a warning to Drake: don't end up like Thug. This after LeBron's response to a question asked relating to his Drake relationship. So when he says don't end up like Thug, we know the controversy between Young Thug and Gunna. Gunna is somebody that just stayed in his lane, didn't really listen to the noise, just kept dropping music. And in time, he started beating the negativity because he didn't play into it. He didn't give a fuck about it, while Young Thug kept playing into it. And now he's trapped in his own web. No pun intended, but the spider rat had got trapped into his own web. You see what I'm saying?
Smoke, yeah, but you lost me, champ. You lost
Absolutely. Are y'all cool? What is Savannah, your wife? You guys have been locked in seemingly.
I'm gonna be honest, LeBron, that was the only time he addressed Drake. And I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna give Drake some advice. Yo, Drake, you gotta play this LeBron thing very carefully, because LeBron is about to do to you what Gunna is doing to Thug, where he's not coming across as bitter, mad, upset, needs to prove anything, or doesn't seem like whatever, while your songs are like, man, these fuck niggas betrayed me, man. Yo, I'm all about loyalty. I'm all about this. Fuck these niggas. And it's like Thug. It's like Duck who protests too much. Thug right now, he came out like, yo, yeah, I came out, I'm the realest nigga. Fuck these rats. And we're now looking at him like, look, you look pretty fucking stupid. Sometimes the person who acts most unbothered, I'm pretty sure Gunna's been fucked up over this shit. He's just said nothing. He's played it so cool and calm. And LeBron with this answer.
And someone said, Ak is a two-faced sake. I love common sense, Ak. The thing is that Drake fans don't like when Akademiks starts making sense. When Akademiks starts making sense about the Drake and Kendrick beef, that's when the Drake fans start attacking him. But this is an obvious assessment. I don't like that he pins it to Gunna. He could just say that he's being the bigger man. He's taking the high road. But essentially, yes, that's what Gunna ended up doing, just blocking out the noise. But they hate when he starts making sense, because then they feel like all of their obscene, obscure, ridiculous points that they try to make in their discourse starts becoming oblivious when the mouthpiece of Drake starts saying that y'all are tripping, Drake is tripping, y'all need to back up about this shit. I closed it out, my bad. Yeah, let me get this back up here. I had to hit the X button. Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up when you come in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the post notification bell. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Do all that, bruh. when y'all come in here. Let me get this video back up. I feel like I'm an idiot, bro. I can't believe I closed out of it. Hold on. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. Hold on. I'm sure that. Hold on.
LeBron is about to do to you what Gunna's doing to Thug.
Yeah, Regal Love in the chat.
Where he's not coming across as bitter, mad, upset, needs to prove anything, or doesn't seem like whatever. While your songs are like, man, these fuck niggas betrayed me, man. Yo, I'm all about loyalty. I'm all about this. Fuck these niggas. And it's like Thug. It's like Duck who protests too much. Thug right now, he came out like, yo, yeah, I came out, I'm the realest nigga. Fuck these rats. And we're now looking at him like, look, you look pretty fucking stupid. Sometimes the person who acts most unbothered, I'm pretty sure Gunna's been fucked up over this shit. He's just said nothing. He's played it so cool and calm. And LeBron with this answer kind of makes it seem that no matter what Drake says, Drake is going to look like he's the fucking hater. And I think Drake has been elusive a little bit about not only hip-hop media, but media in general, because he wanted LeBron to speak on this before him. And LeBron just kept it so cool where nothing from LeBron's answer makes it seem like he has anything of bad blood against him. And I'm pretty sure, I've heard things about what their fallout might have been, but for Drake, for us to root Drake on dissing LeBron, Drake would have to explain to us in depth how they went left. And I know right now we're buying the whole, oh yeah, you switched up on the guy and he showed up to your son's first game after the heart attack, and why would you do that? But that's the same way how we were thinking about Thug and Gunna until Thug start coming out and dissing Gunna too much. So that's the point what I'm trying to say. Like, I think so far we've been like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga LeBron looked like a snake. But because LeBron is coming out and not kind of echoing the sentiment, he's like, nah, Drake is, it's a cool guy, he's a good guy. Yeah, we're just at different points right now. Nothing bad. Drake got to play this very carefully.
But Drake won't, bro, because Drake has the persona of Iceman. Fuck everybody that did me wrong. Everybody's a fucking steak. Everybody did me dirty. What did I miss? Fucking LeBron is dissing me. He hates me. Everybody hates me. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. I fucking hate my life. Everybody fucking doesn't like me. They think I'm a pedophile. LeBron used to play basketball with me. I used to go and perform for his son when he had a heart attack. And now LeBron is out here and he's not giving you the same energy. And I think that's the important part about being a mature adult. Being a mature adult is letting people know, look, bro, I have nothing against you. I've never did. For LeBron to sit there to publicly say, I never had anything against this guy. We're just at different points in our life at this time. That should already tell you, bro, that I don't fuck with this cat, but I'm not going to talk down on this cat because I'm not going to give him a reason to out me. But the thing is that everybody is saying, fucking Kyle from Happy Dad, fuck Happy Dad in the chat. Everybody put fuck Happy Dad in the chat. Weak ass beer. Don't even get you drunk. Don't even get a good buzz from it. Happy Dad K. I don't want to hear that shit. Happy Dad is ass, bro. If I could tell you right now, what's on the shelves at Walmart that never leaves is Happy Dad and Prime. Those two drinks never leave the shelves. I don't care how much they promote their shit. I don't care how much they try to bro, that shit never leaves the shelves ever.
You don't want to get King Spidered out here. Trust me. Because if you drop a song and you're just blatantly laying it on LeBron pause, you're going to look so fucking salty and people are going to start to flip on you. You got to watch the Young Thug King Spider syndrome. Trust me on that.
Say like the secret to like having wifey, holding it down, you holding her down. You're like the only, it's like picture perfect. It seems,
but it's not, man, Speedy. I'm gonna be honest. A relationship is never picture perfect. But if you're able to work through, if you're okay with working through the hardships and the adverse moments, then it will make it all worth it, man. Like, we've been together since high school, so shit ain't gonna always be a bed of roses, man. In any relationship, you know, let alone someone that you're living with for over 20 years. So,
nah, LeBron is so media trained. He even allows room to be like, yeah, my relationship isn't perfect.
That's not media trained, bro. That's common sense. That's common sense. I hate how he's trying to play it like LeBron has media training because he's aware of how a real relationship works, bro. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, what did you want him to say? Oh yeah, fuck my wife. My wife's a bitch. Like, what did you want him to say, bro? Like, no one is gonna be publicly disrespecting their wife if they have to go to her every fucking night, bro. That is the funniest part to me. It's like, you call this media training, bro? He's just talking about his relationship. Like that is funny to me, bro. I don't know.
Without telling you anything, he just lets you know I'm a little bit human. Yo, he says the right thing. He never, like, I still think Drake.
Now remember when Irish Fighting Freestyle came out, Akademiks' tone was very different. Akademiks' tone was very different. When Akademiks had first heard Irish Fighting Freestyle, he was saying that LeBron was cheating on his wife. He was doing two-mans with Drake. He was running trains with Drake. That's what Akademiks was saying. Now, after he's felt like he hasn't gotten anything out of defending Drake, now he thinks that LeBron is smart. He is doing all of these tactical fucking answers, that he's very educated in this interview. It's a different tone. It's a very different tone. A very different tone.
Is given signs that he's like, man, fuck these guys. Or like he's a little bit upset, right? Or maybe not upset like that, but like he's like, man, I can't believe this happened. LeBron is giving the perfect answers about anything you can say about him that, like, you have to go digging for something. And I'm not going to lie. I think LeBron has been famous longer than Drake, and his life has been scrutinized top to bottom longer than Drake. And no one has really found anything actually tangible that they could hold on to. This guy's good.
Yeah, I think communication is number one. Being honest is number two.
Big shout out to JD for the $10 donation. WJD in the chat, y'all. Y'all give it up for JD, man. WJD in the chat, y'all. Big shout out. Thank you, JD. Keep going, JV. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. WJD in the chat, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm working on I got the hoodie merch, working on it right now. I'm trying to add some finishing touches on it. I'm gonna try to get it done, but make sure y'all hit the links for the merch in the Discord and for the Patreon, bro. Y'all tap in, bro. Y'all show some love to the links, man. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Number three is just like, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable in relationships sometimes, man. You can't always have it your way. You can't always think that, my way or the highway. It's never gonna work that way. The saying happy wife, happy life, that shit real, bro. But also, like, happy husband. That was quick. Yeah. But for real, like,
produce the album, bro.
There you go.
Definitely getting look at the Akademiks are smiling and shit. The first time when Drake disrespected LeBron, he was going to bat for Drake. Now he's calling Drake an idiot for the moves that he's been making on LeBron. This is hilarious, bro. And it all goes to show Drake never gave a fuck about Akademiks, and I think Akademiks is coming to his senses. And he's starting to tell people how he really thinks about the scenarios.
Oh, there you go. But, like, for real, like, it's not.
Now, LeBron too smooth, man. I'm going to be honest with you. He's too smooth. And another thing that I think that Drake got to be careful about, LeBron is starting to bat. He's acting his wage. Okay? Like, he's removed the ego part from him, where I'm pretty sure he could be like, man, I'm LeBron at the end of the day. This nigga over here, like, sneak this at me, or he's whatever. Like, I'm going to air him out. And you could tell LeBron is thinking so bigger picture he's thinking like I'm chasing.
Bro, of course LeBron's wife don't want Drake around. He literally still dating 20-year-olds. LeBron got kids that age, bro. Act weird ass wouldn't understand. The thing is that a lot of people in Drake's corner will say anything about LeBron just because Drake is going against him. I mean, we saw it with the Happy Dad guy, Kyle, right? Let me see. Kyle from the Nell Boy says, LeBron wanted to be asked about his relationship with Drake to try to diffuse the situation because of what Drake knows about him. Now, these are Drake's fucking incel buddies, fucking weird ass NPC fucking bots that he has around on retainer to fucking speak up for him. He's doing what Akademiks is refusing to doing. Now, Akademiks, like I said, don't fuck with him. A lot of questionable things about Akademiks. But when he starts making sense of the issues, Drake fans go against him. But there's still other people that Drake has by his side that will do the same thing for him, such as Kyle. This is what he said about diffuse. What are you trying to diffuse? That's the thing that makes me laugh so fucking much. Is that you're talking about a relationship with LeBron and his wife, a mother. And then while you're talking about this, you're promoting Happy Mom in the background, bro. This is fucking hilarious. These guys are talking about LeBron's relationship with his wife, a mother. And then they're saying that he's trying to spin it and manipulate the interview while also promoting Happy Mom in the background, bro. How fucking stupid are you, bro? This is so fucking pathetic. The fact that you would disrespect LeBron, his relationship. I don't care if LeBron cheats or not. That's the thing. I really don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, we're only talking about LeBron because he refuses to go to Kendrick Lamar. But isn't it funny how they're questioning about how LeBron handled his situation with Drake and asking about his wife and all this shit, and then they're promoting Happy Mom in the background? Isn't that fucking comical? Found my vape. Salute, bro. Let me hit the vape, bro. Fucking it. Who said that? What LeBron just said, we're not going the same direction, and that doesn't sound like diffusing the situation. Yeah, because LeBron is just telling you, bro, like, hey man, like, look, she and me had been together since high school. Our relationship isn't perfect. There is nowhere in that conversation where he was trying to diffuse things. It's not like he went on the interview and was trying to say, oh, I never cheated on her. I never fucking slept with anybody else. I never did my wife dirty. I never, like, he wasn't doing any of that because and I feel like in some parts, that's what they want, right? They want that. They want LeBron to say, I never cheated on my wife. I never disrespected Drake. They want him to deny, and they want him to disrespect, because once he does two of those things, they could come with their rebuttal. LeBron is letting you know straight up, me and my wife, we've been together since high school. None of that shit is perfect. All that shit ain't sunshine and rainbows, bro. And everybody who's been in a relationship since high school would know that. The only people that wouldn't know that are the people talking against LeBron. Kyle has never dated anybody longer than 3 months. Y'all tell me. But this guy, he just talked about how Drake gave him a watch and how he tried to test run it in Toronto. And the only people that he was able to pick up in the streets were men. That's what he said. The only people that he was able to pick up on the streets with the watch that Drake gave him were men. That's what he said, y'all. Look.
Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Actually, like,
the guys get a little gay when they see Drake's watch. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, do you even hear these fucking idiots when they fucking talk, bro? You guys try to defend Drake, and then you make him look stupid in the next fucking clip right after, bro. Look at that shit.
Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Actually,
The stakes were too high.
the Drake watch is
No, it's lethal.
So, like I said, bro, I feel like sometimes they try to defend Drake, but at the same time, they make him look bad. Only his lackeys, right? Only his fucking NPCs.
about that.
What
the fuck?
hold on. He knows a lot about you, and we're gonna get to that right now. Let's just finish this reaction real quick.
Chasing Jay-Z and billions. I'm not chasing an argument with a guy I used to hang out with, you know, at clubs and in shady restaurants. You know what I mean? No. So I think LeBron is really calculated, and if I'm Drake, I would probably be cautious in how aggressive I get at him. You get what I'm saying? And also, you know what I mean? I think Drake has played it kind of decent so far. Like, we kind of know there's an issue, but he can't overly diss him. Like that DeRozan diss that was clearly a DeRozan diss, he can't do that to LeBron. I think people might look at him if you do that to LeBron like, bro, you're like pressed and corny. Again, just beware of the thug flip. Anyway.
So then, and this is important because what Kyle said was, I don't know why you're doing this guy dirty when he could expose your secrets. But it's just like what we just reviewed right now. LeBron isn't disrespecting Drake. He's not even going to give him the chance. Pussy, I'm not even going to give you the chance. My bad. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, he's not even going to give him the chance to expose him. You see, because Drake's a bitch. Like, realistically, he's a pussy, bruh. Like, if he really wanted to just expose LeBron, he would just do it. He would just do it. Like, you would just expose him. You wouldn't want him to react a certain way just so that way you could drop it. But everybody everybody, not everybody, but everybody that is in favor of Drake think that he got the drop on him. He got info on him. Bro, he already said that he cheated on Irish Fighting Freestyle. What other information does he have? Unless he has a video of LeBron fucking another bitch, you already said that he was cheating. So what other information can you have? Van Lathan, I think he worked for TMZ. I saw him in that clip when he told off Kanye one time. Van Lathan says that the relationship between LeBron and Drake was based on mutual understanding. So that means that there wasn't a real relationship, just understanding each other, I fucking guess. But now it's ended, and he hopes that they don't begin revealing each other's secrets about hooking up with various women and vacationing together. Again, Van Lathan is worried about the wrong things. Van Lathan is thinking in his mind that this is about Drake exposing LeBron. He already exposed LeBron, right? Hypothetically speaking, because in Irish Fighting Freestyle, he already exposed that he was cheating on his wife. That's when that dude had came out and started exposing all these messages and all these text messages and all this other shit. We had covered it on the channel previously. Well, let's see what Van Lathan says. Because this is the point that I'm trying to make, bro. They keep saying LeBron is going to get exposed by Drake. I don't know why they keep going at each other. LeBron's not going at anybody. So this take by Van Lathan is ass.
Drake were basically the same person. The same person. There was not a more understandable celebrity friendship than LeBron James and Drake. They were both unquestioned the biggest thing in their discipline of their generation. Say whatever you want to say. Drake is the biggest rapper of his generation. LeBron James, the biggest basketball player of his generation. However, they consistently both had people poking holes, not at their success, but at their standing, at their legacy. They both, LeBron James and Drake, took just enough losses.
Hold on, we got 157 likes in this bitch. Y'all get the fucking likes up, bruh. Y'all get the fucking like. We got 300 people in this bitch and only 150 likes. Y'all better like that fucking shit. If y'all ain't hitting the links, bruh, the like button is fucking free, bruh. Y'all get the fucking likes up, bruh, now, bruh. Salute, bruh. Shout outs to bro, man.
And did just enough stuff for people to be like, you're not like the ones that came before you. You're not like, you're the biggest, but you're not Jay. You're not Nas. You're no Tupac. You're no Big. You're not one of those guys. You're not one of those guys that had this sort of cultural mastery to where it seemed like we could completely connect with them and completely get them. They made just enough mistakes to other them a little bit. LeBron James undebatably has had the most successful basketball career of all time. He's 40 years old. I'm trying to do the agility drills. LeBron above the rim doing all kinds of stuff, right? 4-6 in the finals or whatever it is. Disappear, fourth quarter. Maverick series. Struggles at these different times in these big moments. Just enough there for you to be like, all of that's true. Undeniable. You're not quite like the guys we used to have. You're something different.
That's because of us. You know, I've said this before. We millennials are, I think 10 years from now, the conversation will be different.
It probably will be. But what I'm saying is it probably should be. We should be able to look at both guys and appreciate them for the greatness that they've been able to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no. I'm going to stop you right there because Van Lathan thinks that we should appreciate Drake for the legacy that he has, bro. But when you fucking sue, when you sue after a rap battle, all that shit is dead in the water. All that shit is dead in the water. You see, this is why I don't like motherfuckers who come from TMZ, start their own shit and think that they could fucking name their shit Higher Learning because they got that shit from a movie with Ice Cube. Bro, shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about Drake now because he fucking sued after a rap battle. This is why motherfuckers say that he ain't hip-hop, bitch. This is why people say that he ain't hip-hop. You need to shut the fuck up. Only time that Van Lathan was right was when he was going at Kanye West's neck about that racist shit. Other than that, this LeBron and Drake tape is fucking stupid, bruh. This guy is out of his fucking mind saying that we should appreciate it. I'm not going to appreciate any motherfucker that's going to sue after a rap battle, bro. Shut your bitch ass up. A lot of people just saying, this is what I'm saying, bro. A lot of people think, oh, well, LeBron shouldn't talk because Drake is going to expose him. A lot of people shouldn't talk. Bro, LeBron just went on a fucking interview and didn't say shit. He just said, look, bro, shout outs to that man. We're in different places right now. What more do you want, bro? What more do you want? When you don't give a fuck about the situation and they do, they fail because they're the ones that are letting it linger. Shout out the Cranberries. They're letting it linger, bro. While they're already moving on, worrying about the next goal, the next tangible thing. And this is why Kendrick didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. This is why Kendrick didn't give a fuck about none of that. When Kendrick was winning the rap battle, he did not give a fuck. Kendrick won the rap battle and did not care. There's a recent interview on The Breakfast Club with Hit Boy. Shout out Hit Boy. He actually made beats for Drake. He made Sicko Mode with Travis Scott and Drake. He got on The Breakfast Club and talked about how Kendrick texted him and congratulated him on his son's music video the day that Not Like Us dropped. So the day that Not Like Us dropped, Kendrick took time out of his day to congratulate Hit Boy on something totally irrelevant to his situation. And the quote was, "This is how I knew it was light work for him. This whole shit, like he texted me about my son's video in the middle of all that. He really crazy. He cool though." So let's see.
Have you got anything for Kendrick tucked away? I'll be chopping it with bro, man. That's why I'll be telling people, man, it's crazy. So my son, he 5 years old now. Before his 4th birthday, he made a song. He made his first song because he was in most of the sessions with me and Nas, just sitting in the back. Didn't realize he was taking this all in. Told him, I asked him, did he want to make a song for his birthday? Put him on the mic. He literally freestyled with context. I was laughing. It was crazy.
And remember, Kendrick congratulated him on his son's song. Hit Boy, because don't get it confused, because Hit Boy works with his dad, but Hit Boy is a dad himself, and he made a song for his son, and Kendrick congratulated him on that. He is bigging up the next generation of artists. Hit Boy's son made a video where Kendrick congratulated him on that success of that video, Kendrick is always thinking about the next generation. I don't give a fuck if I beat Drake in a battle. Let me take my time to boost the confidence of this young kid's new music career that's produced by his father.
Put the song out with a video, and I think it was The Day Not Like Us dropped. And that's how I knew Kendrick was just like, this was light work for him, this whole shit. Like, he texted me about my son video. Like, go ahead, nephew. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, this,
in the middle of all
in the
that,
middle of all that,
on.
I'm like, this nigga, like, he crazy. He really crazy. He cool though.
Well,
Harmless.
Have you got anything with Kendrick tucked away?
I'll be chopping it with bro, man. That's why I'll be telling people, man, it's crazy. So my son, he 5 years old now. Before his 4th birthday, he made a song. He made his first song because he was in most of the sessions with me and Nas, just sitting in the back. Didn't realize he was taking this all in. Told him, you know, I asked him, did he want to make a song for his birthday? Put him on the mic. He literally freestyled with context. I was laughing. It was crazy. But put the song out with a video, and I think it was The Day Not Like Us dropped. And that's how I knew Kendrick was just like, this was light work for him, this whole shit. Like, he texted me about my son video. Like, go ahead, nephew. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, this,
in the middle of all
in
that,
the middle of all that,
on.
I'm like, this nigga, like, he crazy. He really crazy. He cool though.
Well,
You're really crazy.
Have you got anything with Kendrick tucked away?
I feel like that's how everybody describes Kendrick Lamar. He crazy. He really fucking crazy. He cool though. Like, I feel like that's how everybody describes Kendrick Lamar, who's actually worked with him or fucked with him in person, right? Like, oh yeah, dude, he's a fucking nutcase, but he's chill as fuck though. Like, I really fuck with him though. Oh my god, that shit is hilarious, man. Like, it's just funny, bro. Like, they're aware of how fucking crazy he is, of how fucking diabolical, mastermind, all that shit. But really, like he's chill as fuck though, bro. He cool though. Just don't fuck with him. Like, he cool. Just don't diss him, bro, or his family. He'll come after you for sure. But this someone had reposted this, and they had gotten this quote from DJ Head. So they said, "Hit boy Kendrick text me congratulations on my son. Yada yada yada." DJ Head, I called Kendrick on the day Not Like Us came out, and he was nonchalant. Kendrick being nonchalant is crazy. Aura farming on the day Not Like Us dropped, congratulating other people. What a guy. What a guy. Nonchalant like it was just another day. This was the easiest win ever for him.
That's literally his demeanor.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that song is turning me up.
That's literally his demeanor. He's just like, I'll give you a tidbit. Like, even when the day that Not Like Us dropped, I called him that night and I was like, yo, you won, it's over. You know, like I was just going crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. It's over, you know, woo-woo. And he's like, yeah, for sure.
I knew.
Not even I knew. He was just like, yeah, for sure. He was eating food. Like,
that's it.
He was eating some food. He was like, yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah, when you know you put that work in and you already knew what it was going to do.
It wasn't.
So nonchalant is crazy, bro. Nonchalant during this whole fucking shit is fucking insane, brother. Brother, man, that is crazy. Bro acted like none of this was a big deal to him. And that's the thing that should speak volumes of how prepared Kendrick Lamar was in this battle. Hold on. All right. I'm doing fantasy football. They're blowing up my line right now.
That's literally his demeanor.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that song is turning me up.
That's literally his demeanor. He's just like, I'll give you a tidbit. Like, even when the day that Not Like Us dropped, I called him that night and I was like, yo, you won, it's over. You know, like I was just going crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. It's over, you know, woo-woo. And he's like, yeah, for sure.
I knew.
Not even I knew. He was just like, yeah, for sure. He's eating food. Like,
that's it.
Eating food on the phone is like DJ Head, bro. You fucking did it. You fucking beat Drake. You fucking did it, man. I had to call you. And then fucking Kendrick's just eating Chinese shrimp fried rice with the blammy on the side, and he's like, yeah, it was all right. That was cool. Yeah, no, man, this rice is hitting, bro. Yeah, no, I'll call you later, bro. Like, that is crazy, bro. You just did the most historical fucking rap song in the world, and you're eating Chinese food, just chilling, bro. Just chilling.
I knew.
Not even I knew. He was just like, yeah, for sure. He's eating food. Like
That's it.
He was eating some food. He was like, yeah, for sure. Like,
yeah, when you know you put that work in and you already knew what it was going to do.
It wasn't like excitement.
You know?
It wasn't like, it was just, yeah, you know. I mean, I ain't going to tell you what he said, but it was just like it was just Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and so that's literally his demeanor.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that song is turning me up.
That's literally his demeanor. He's just like, I'll give you a tidbit. Like, even when the day that Not Like Us dropped, I called him. That
big shout outs to Joe for the $5 donation. W Joe in the chat, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the links, man. Show some love. I don't get super chats on this bitch. We about to reinstate ourselves, hopefully, in the next coming months. Y'all make sure y'all get that like button. Y'all hit the link. W Joe in the chat for the $5 donation. W Joe, man. Shout out Chalk in the building. Chalk, I see you. Rejuice, thank you. I appreciate it. I was going to put it myself. Regal Love, thank you. I appreciate it. I was going to do it for myself. Joe in this bitch. W Joe in the chat, y'all. Come on, man.
At night. And I was like, yo, you won. It's over. You know, like I was just going crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. It's over. You know, woo-woo. And he's like, yeah, for sure.
I think that is just hilarious. Like, the fact that he didn't take it as seriously as everybody else just makes me fucking laugh, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you just did the most craziest shit that disrupted the rap game, and you're just eating Chinese food, just, you know, just not letting it bother you at all. Like, damn, bro. Like, how secure of a victory do you have to be to not even think about it like that, to the point where you're already past it? You see what I'm saying? You're already past all of that shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's like all of this shit, you know, it's like he knew I was going to win. And like, if you knew you were going to win, Drake never stood a chance. Never stood a chance. If he was that confident in himself, he never had a chance at all. Now, y'all get the likes up. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. We're going to do a quick intermission before we get into the David topic, because, and disclaimer, all of this shit for the David situation is fucking horrible. I've been keeping tabs on it on the side. I've been wanting to make a video about it, but I just fucking hate when I see videos on YouTube about it. Like, you know, but the only reason, bro, honestly, let me just be real, right? I don't make money off this channel until like fucking I get my shit back. So like, when I talk about this shit, it's only because it fucking bothers me, bro. This guy was a fucking groomer, kidnapper, fucking pedophile, and potential murderer. He's everything in the fucking book, bro. And they let him in the entertainment business, bro. They let him in the industry, and there was so many people that knew, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Because you see, where I come from, when I talked about this battle, I tried to look into these rabbit holes about why Kendrick was saying, you know, how the industry likes to keep shit a secret. When he was talking about that shit and Meet the Grams, that shit shook me, bro. Because you have somebody, a big artist like Kendrick Lamar, who is talking about how there's people in the industry that see people do stupid shit like this, that do fucking heinous crimes, that talk to minors and do all of this shit, and they just let it slide. They turn a cheek to it. That's what made me invest in that shit. And then we have this another individual who they let in the industry. They let him get famous. They put him on Fortnite. They put him in Invincible. They put him on live stream with all the famous Twitch streamers. They put him with FaZe. They put him with every single person with a celebrity status. He was with SZA. He took pictures with SZA. Like, that's how far he was able to go by himself. That's how far the industry also allowed him to go. But then there's this guilt, there's this like blame, because there was people in his Discord saying how he was creepy and saying that he was weird, and nobody brought it up. Nobody said anything, bro. Nobody ever said anything. And this is why, and we're about to get into it. We're gonna get into an intermission. My bad. I got a little carried away, bro, because it really disturbs me. It really bothers me. But I would hate to just do a video about it, like fucking edit and post a video and say the David situation is disturbing. Like I've seen 10 videos of this David situation is disturbing. And then I think about shit like that. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to post it, bro, because I don't want to look like I'm making a bag off that, bro. You know, the last time I talked about that shit, bro, it fucking brought tears to my eyes, bro. Like, nah. That shit fucked up, bro. But everybody hit a bow. Absol just dropped a song, and I think it's probably like a masterpiece. And it was something just to get my mind off of this shit. We're gonna get into the David updates right now, but let's just check out this new song from Absol. W Soul in the chat, y'all.
The human body loses 0.22 grams at the instance of death. That's interesting. AF, about as much as a spiritual scientist they waiting his dying breath just to try his hypothesis. Yes. Cynics who say that he's out of his mind.
This is the type of shit I be on, bro. Yeah, I smoke a lot, bro. So sometimes, like, I like upbeat shit, but sometimes I like shit when I just kick back, bro, make me think. He said when the body decomposes, it releases 22 grams. Like, that's the shit. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The third irony is that is exactly where the seed of the soul lies. At least that was said to me theoretically. That tremendously affected me. A, B, C things, they don't even see alphabetically. I mean, they do use the Greek alphabet numerically, apparently. Because even Aristotle studied in Africa. Every saga of knowledge leads back to us. Who really knows how deep the rabbit hole goes? Besides who the goddess of fertility fucking on. The way of the heathens been leading us all. Decorating Christmas trees and idolizing entertainers instead of God. Knowing each other's, insisting vengeance is ours. Despite what the scripture tell us. The New Testament is old too now. Even the sanctuary is getting dangerous. The saints are becoming more cantankerous than the sinners. Faith is considering getting LASIK. The carpenter's getting splinters. Miracles are coincidental. The oracles are going out of business. Meanwhile, genetics are getting cloned. And we never running out of motherfucking chicken. The overall is shit.
Meanwhile, the genetics are getting cloned. And we're never running out of fucking chicken. You see, if this song don't resonate with you, bruh, you go ahead and listen to it 5 more times, bruh, and tell me how many things you fucking miss on the first listen. I guarantee you, bruh, this is my second time listening to this song, and I listen to something new every single fucking time. This is the thing with Absol, bruh. You don't listen to him one time, bruh. You listen to him 5 times and you study that shit. There's a bigger message in what he says, bro. That's no glaze, bro. There's just some artists, bro, where you just have to sit there. And I like that shit. I love that shit. I love when you make me work for it, bro. Pause, no Diddy. But yeah, I love when you just make my brain activate. You see what I'm saying?
Like a egg and they stay a head, controlling your skull and bones. Yet and still, I'm feeling good as Nina Simone. So, wait for it. Wait.
So said, how many of y'all eating chicken right now as he raps? And then someone said, for real, I'm eating drumsticks right now. They're copying genes right now. They're making clones. And why we ain't never run out of chickens? I don't know, bruh. That's the shit. Now you gotta listen to that, bro. That's my second listen, bro. And that's the first time I heard that shit. You see what I'm saying, bro? But this is all part of the artistry. This is all. I feel bad. I feel bad though. A lot of people are hard on Joey's album. Ab-Soul is going on tour with Joey Badass. They need more love so Ab-Soul could get more love so he could fucking drop another album. And there's another update on this Schoolboy shit and Black Hippie. So before we get to the hardship of life and with this whole case with Celeste, let's just talk about how real quick that Schoolboy Q performed Blessed featuring Kendrick Lamar during his Blue Lip tour. Blessed is finally back on digital streaming platforms. And I wonder if this will be part of the set list for the Grand National Tour. That is interesting. So I didn't know that Blessed was on all streaming platforms. Naturally, I hear that song on YouTube. I have it on my playlist on YouTube. I don't have. Should I share a playlist? Y'all think I should make a playlist for y'all to listen to? I think that would be cool. I think everybody, if y'all don't have the Discord, J Tom, if you're still in here, if you could drop the Discord, everybody drop y'all's playlist, man. I want to see what y'all are tapped into right now. Y'all go to the Discord. Blessed is a classic. I think I need to make this larger actually because the font is super small. Blessed is a fucking classic, bro. Blessed by Schoolboy Q. I'm on Apple right now. Hold on, Schoolboy Q. I don't see it on Apple Music. Is it on streaming platforms? It said featuring Kendrick Lamar. It's finally back on DSPs. I don't think it's on DSPs, bro. I'm checking right here. I just wanted to, because if that's the case, are they gonna perform it live? Blessed on the Grand National Tour would be fucking dope, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm checking Spotify right now. Schoolboy Q. Oh, it is. Holy shit. Oh, well, what? It's only on Spotify. They don't have it on Apple Music. Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess it's on Spotify. Nah, I just looked it up. I don't even got bro. I'm using my homeboy Spotify, bro. Shout outs to bro. We got it. Hey, bro, we locked in like that, bro. Fuck that. And but yeah, they don't have it on Apple Music. They only have it on Spotify. That's a good catch. So it's not on all digital streaming platforms. It's just on Spotify. And then they say, I wonder if this will be a part of the tour. I could probably see it being part of the tour. I could see it definitely being a possibility if he's performing it live. Let's just get a hold of this. Blessed live, bro. Y'all are lucky, bro. That song is like fucking 14 years old, and y'all are listening to that shit in the Big 25 at a Schoolboy Q concert. Y'all are fucking lucky, bro. I swear to God. Y'all clap it up, man. Hey, bro, I'd never seen him perform this song. Yo, this is crazy, bro. Man. Y'all drop y'all shit in the fucking Discord. All y'all's fucking playlists. Y'all tell me in the live chat right now, are we getting Black Hippie Reunion at the GNX tour in Australia? Don't let that theory die out. Don't let the flame die out. Come on, man. Got it right here. It's right here.
We the last of a dying breed, live like smoke tree.
Right. He stopped it. Look, 243. Right. This is 245. He stopped it right as soon as Ab-Soul and Kendrick were about to sing. Oh shit. So he stopped it right. Oh, okay. So he stopped it right when they were about to start because he was the only one there. But who's to say when he goes out on GNX with Kendrick Lamar in Australia, Ab-Soul will pop up and do his part, and then Kendrick does his part. It transitions to a J-Rock song because obviously J-Rock and Kendrick have bangers. And we'll see if we'll see how they play it out. The fucking set list is going to be phenomenal. And I'm definitely going to live stream the Australian portion of the tour when Schoolboy comes out. I'm going to do a live stream for that for sure. But this is how it's supposed to be, bro. Y'all get the picture. Let me get to the other shit. Y'all get the likes up, man. I appreciate everybody tap that. But look, bro. They come out. And I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna put money on it. I remember last time I did a thing with Jalopy, bro. I fucking chopped it up with Jalopy that one time. When we saw Kendrick's show live together, bro, and that's when he did the fucking. He started aura farming again, acting nonchalant. Nonchalant Kendrick. I guess that's the name now. Nonchalant Kendrick. I guess, bro. I guess. Let me chill. That's too much glazing, bro. That's too much glazing. Nah, but let's get serious for a moment, bro. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Damn, bro. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed, brother. Hearing about this, like the news with David, that shit pissed me off, bro. Never satisfying to hear shit like that. I don't know what sick fuck would do the shit that he did. Check this out.
I think y'all should go check out this page right here because I can't like every comment.
Okay, so I checked out his
on your burner account. How fucking dumb do you have to be, bro? Truly a fucking masterclass of a fucking idiot in front of my eyes. So I don't want to hear that shit. So look, that's her fucking shoe, bro. So he's been doing shit like that this whole fucking time. And there's just been constant reports about this shit. Just growing. Just people are listening to his lyrics, they're listening to his songs, and they're hearing these things being said. And they feel like he was planning this. There is no way that he had planned this. I mean, that you don't believe that he had planned this because it's obvious. But what isn't obvious, apparently, to Discord. So the story behind this account, it looks like a bot. It's not a bot. From what's been confirmed through TMZ, is that this account is not an employee. This bot, whoever wrote this as a bot, is not an employee of Twitch or Discord. This was written in David's Discord. This was written in his chat logs. But the app and Twitch have confirmed, Discord and Twitch have confirmed that the people that wrote this, the bot that wrote this, isn't employed through them. So then that means that somebody in this Discord, a moderator, had sent out this message. And this is them completely covering their ass about this minor being in their Discord. It says, to the members of this server, we, the Discord and the Twitch staff team, want to clarify that we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public from what was shared on David's Twitch streams. And from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 to 19 years old. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server. Now, TMZ had confirmed that one of the streams that they had together was public. They had pictures of it. There's another stream that Discord is saying that they had, but there's no proof of that at this time. So either it was also a public conversation or if it was a private conversation, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we do not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we're not aware of any missing person reports connected to her. So this sentence says a lot, because in between the lines, they're saying that there were none of us. So that means that they're aware of the Discord log, the members in the Discord, and claiming that none of them live in California, including the person that wrote this. So it's hard to say, is this a bot or this is just somebody who was a moderator, like a real person typing this, because they're trying to say that nobody was in California at this time when they were finding out about her, and they couldn't know about a missing person report. Additionally, the staff team had minimal contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of the situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server, and we no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in the community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace. So this is where they start saying RIP. But the problem with this, though, the problem with this scenario right here, man, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I do not feel like this is sincere. I feel like they're trying to cover their ass. They're trying to say that they had no wrongdoing. And this is an argument that people have been having online. A lot of people that were in his Discord that were aware of these freaky ass messages, how come nobody reported it to the police? Why was everybody in this Discord quiet? Why was everybody silent? It doesn't make sense why everybody who knew this person knew she was underage. If you didn't know that she was missing, that doesn't matter, because you knew exactly that she was underage. A lot of people were saying that he was talking to other people underage. So even if that was the case, you could have just reported that. There was no way that everybody decided to be quiet. And then there's this conversation about David trying to silence people in this Discord. Now, there is a narrative about this guy. He looks kind of weird. He kind of looks like a gothic type of guy. Looks like kind of emo. And he kept trying to say that David tried to silence him when he tried to expose him. There's another account that was openly calling David a pedophile in the Discord, and David just kept denying it. Eventually he got banned. So there's only two people that people have talked about in this scenario where they've been the only ones in the Discord trying to say anything, at least have publicly spoke, or the people have found out about. So let me see. The singer apparently lived in the house in LAPD homicide had searched. So the singer David appears to be in the crosshairs of LAPD in connection with the apparent murder of the 15-year-old girl Celeste Rivas. Because we've learned he seemed to be living in the house homicide detectives searched late Wednesday, we have just confirmed that the house is being rented by Josh Marshall, David's manager. So, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Now, we got to think about the people on his team who have been on his team, because in that same Discord, he has been talking about openly how he has been trying to sue people who tried to speak up about his behavior. And that's the thing that is scary about Hollywood and the industry and the entertainment. You guys are willing to sue people and they get scared because they don't have enough money, or maybe don't know the law enough to fight against you. And they have this proof, or they've seen these messages, and you try to silence them with threats of having these type of lawsuits that require a shitload of money. And again, the people that he's working with, they're not smart people. They're on these fucking weird ass type of vibes, bro. Like, they have these like Like the guy that is talking about him getting sued by David looks like a fucking emo kid. Like, I don't know how else to spin it. I don't know how else to say it. He just looks like an emo guy, like an emo kid. And he says that he's not even from America. He says that he's from Egypt. So this is what we're working with. Like, what the fuck do I have the same address? This is the crazy part to me. Let me see if I still have it here. This is the crazy part to me. Let me see. So this is the place. This is also where, let me close out some of these tabs because I already got a lot of shit up here. So these are the pictures of the house. This is where the cops were staying at. This is where the cops were parked through the pictures of TMZ where they were getting, where they went inside. They got several bags of evidence and they got a computer. I think that's what it was. Let's go back here. It says, take a look at these photos David posted in February. He's slouched in the piano bench singing in the kitchen with Benny Blanco. And look at this sink, right? This sink is in the middle of the kitchen. So you go to TMZ and you look up the crib. That's the piano that he's sitting by where he's at. That's the mirrors and the grass that's outside like that, right? Spitting image of where he was sitting down. And then that's the kitchen. That's the sink in the middle of the kitchen. And right here, it's in the middle of the kitchen behind Benny Blanco and David. It's the same exact house where now I'm thinking he would use this as a content house. This wasn't where he really lived because where he really lives is in Houston. He lives in Houston and he has another location where he lives, I'm assuming under his name in Houston. And fans have been calling the cops to go to his house. But right now, from what it's been reported, he's in LA. But he has another house under his name. This house, like TMZ said, it's under his manager's name. So it's safe to assume, keep it alleged, this was his content house plus another place to crash at. And I think this was another place where he kept Celeste while she was a runaway and while he was kidnapping her. I think he was hiding her here at this place he would use for content. So, one more time. This guy, I can't scroll for whatever reason. Let me just was in the same, that was the same sink, the same kitchen, the same position where they were at. Now, TMZ said that they were sitting on a piano bench. It could be possible that they moved the bench to sit on while they hung out in the kitchen, but for sure, that is the same exact piano. And that's where he took the picture where they had shared it at. They also say this is where he would do TikToks with other girls. Cat's eye in the living room. So look at these three doors, right? It could be these three doors as well. Those are three doors right there. Those are multiple doors right there, blue or teal, but they're white right here. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Right there. That's the same. It's another room in that house. In that house. Look at that. The three doors. The three doors. Could be that. There's other parts of the room. It could be where the piano's at as well, because they have 3 doors at the bottom also. And remember that TikTok we saw where he's cleaning the shoes. This is the outside, and this is where he was at cleaning the shoes. It's the same exact house. But what's important is how he left the scene. It looks like the Tesla wasn't even at the house. All right, this is disturbing. But anyways, we have compared the interior photos with the photo of the house on the real estate site, and they match. Yep, they check. So it checks out. Homicide detectives searched the house Wednesday and walked out with the computer and several evidence bags. So this is him taking the money. We went over this on the last stream. He accepts the money from these kids take hush money from David, so they don't talk about it. This is 5 minutes away from where she lived at. Let me see. And another thing that I wanted to show y'all, because this is the part that fucked me up too. Hold on. Let me look this up on maps.
And the body found in his Tesla. Police have executed a search warrant searching the house he was apparently staying at and walking out with what may well be evidence.
Right. If there was any doubt, we've been telling you about this case for a week now. And even though David had remained on tour, that is now upended. He had to cancel his show that was scheduled for last night. And as Harvey said, now the police are clearly looking at him just to get more information. They have not named him a suspect. They have not even named him a person of interest.
But getting
this raid,
getting a search warrant,
yes.
You need to show a judge that there is probable cause to believe that a crime was committed. And the crime that's being investigated right now is homicide. And that's how the LAPD ended up at this doorstep. It is a house rented by his manager. But our staff, if you can just kind of pan around here, our whole staff here in this circle, they've been working on this all day yesterday and today. We got a lot of information.
Could not have been very difficult to get a search warrant. I mean, talk about.
Dude, that's what I think all the time. How is he not a fucking suspect? And I think he is a suspect. I'm hoping that the police just don't want to give us information. I'm hoping that the police have already claimed that he's a suspect and they just don't want to tell the public because they don't want him to run away. Because right now, after he canceled his tour in Seattle, that's where his last stop was. He went back to LA and that's where he started cooperating with the police. But I'm scared that if they say anything, he will run away. And I hope that that's why they haven't arrested him or claimed that he's a suspect yet.
Probable cause. Remember, the victim, Celeste Rivas, was found, her body dismembered, and it was found in the car registered to David that we know is his car. Not only is it registered to him, there are photos of him in the car. We've spoken to people in the neighborhood. They've seen the car parked at this house.
But the real question is there a connection between David and the victim?
From all of the evidence we have seen, it seems like yes, because the house that you mentioned that was rented by his manager, we know, and we've seen photos of David inside of that house. Specifically, there's a photo of David sitting at a piano. We looked at the photos on Zillow of this same house that was raided yesterday, and it's the same living room that was raided that he was pictured in.
So also, we got a picture of David in Lake Elsinore, which is in Riverside County. It's about 70 miles from downtown Los Angeles, far away from where he was living.
But it's where Celeste is from.
It's a 5-minute walk from
This
where
parking
Celeste's
lot, the
family.
photo where he's staying in this parking lot is 5 minutes from her home.
Right. So
Yeah.
we get that. And then there are songs.
Well, there's a song in particular, Celeste, that was released. It was an unreleased song that leaked on the internet in 2023. Obviously her name. And then there's been just a ton of different photos that look like him with a girl that looks like Celeste.
Right. By the way, here's a little bit of the song Celeste, that unreleased song that you were talking about.
Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. I'm upset.
Yeah, bro's cooked. Like, I believe in innocent until proven guilty, but this right here, bro, lock him up. Lock him up.
Celeste, afraid you only love me when undressed.
So, we should explain how this, I think, came about. Is that they found the body last week, a week ago Wednesday, and they said it was
last Monday.
Monday
is when they discovered it in the car.
And they said it was an unidentified body. There were body parts, so they didn't know who it was. They did put out that this victim had a tattoo on her right index finger that had the words shh and SHHH with 3 dots or 4 dots. And that's all they really released. We got a tip that it could be Celeste, but didn't know anything more. We found Celeste's mother, and we spoke to her. And as a matter of fact, Anakin, she only spoke Spanish. So you should explain what she says.
Yeah, well, she was basically talking about how the one of the identifying features of Celeste was a tattoo on her finger, which she specified to us, which we then transferred over to that information to LAPD, was that the tattoo was red.
And it said shh, but added it was red, which the cops never put out.
Right, but
and also,
and I think even more importantly, was that she mentioned that Celeste, at least she was under the impression that Celeste was dating a guy called David, and that she had hung out with him several times before, and that was the last time she saw him.
So we called the LAPD Homicide Division, and we gave them the information, told them about the mother, gave the phone number of the mother, and mentioned that the mother said that there was this tattoo on her right index finger, and added that she said it was red. And, we just got back a thank you very much.
And this is what fucking breaks me. They say they just got to thank you very much. And the problem is that Celeste ran away, right? There, it's been her teacher. There's another video of her teacher that used to be her teacher. He talks about how she ran away, and she ran away for a month. She came back after 1 month of running away. She ran away again. And that's when she was gone for a whole year. And what bothers me is that people constantly were talking about this missing girl on Discord, and nobody reported it. She ran away 1 month ago, and then she came back. And it made me feel like the cops did not give a fuck. Now, there's messages apparently from her brother that he had said something about how he tried to tell the police about it and they didn't do anything. I'm not sure if those messages are real, but from what I could tell you, if she ran away once and she was gone for a month and then she just came back and then ran away again, the cops did not give a fuck. And I feel like it's so fucked up, bro, because she just came from a fucked up environment. Like, poor Hispanic background, and the cops did not give a fuck. She was gone for a whole year, bro. Those cops out there, bro, they don't give a fuck about a missing poor Hispanic girl. If it was a girl out there in Beverly Hills with super rich daddy, silver spoon and everything, bro, they would have found her the next day, bro. That she wouldn't have been gone for a month the first time, and she wouldn't have been gone for a year the second time.
And
well, not to mention that David also had the tattoo on his finger.
And David also has the same tattoo.
And it's not an uncommon tattoo.
It's not. I mean, Rihanna started it years ago, and then Cher Lloyd also got it. Lindsay Lohan also got it, but it's not also very coincidental.
So we should talk about
same finger.
Exactly.
We should talk about what the police are clearly looking for at this house, because we now know from everything that we've learned from talking to people connected to this that clearly there was some relationship between David and Celeste. What they haven't done yet, what we haven't been able to do, and clearly the police are trying to do, is to place her at the house.
Right.
Whether she,
and
we don't
find
know if she,
and find evidence of what happened to her, right? Like,
and then to find out.
And who else was, because I was told by a neighbor that there's a lot of people going in and out of this house.
Right.
He obviously had friends of his that were living there. So doesn't necessarily mean it was David.
Look, and that's the thing that fucking rattles me about this whole case. What he just said right now. There was people coming in and out of this house. We saw, there's another article where they say that Tesla where they found her in, it started showing up in the neighborhood at the end of May. So really think about this. He went on tour on August 5th. That Tesla started showing up at the end of May. So at the end of May, we got May, June, July, August. And then he goes on tour. There's a 3-month span where he could have did this crime. There's a lot of people that think he's done this in the month of September. He did this a long time ago because of the lyrics he made. Look, bro, this Tesla didn't show up in the neighborhood until the end of May, which means he only had 3 months to do what he did. But I feel like with all the lyrics that he created, he was setting up to do this. It feels like he was planning on doing this. And I'll show you right now. Look, this is where his house is. I assume this is the door that they go into, right? This is where LAPD parked, right? If I show you, let me show you this exactly. This is where the police retrieved a computer and bags of evidence. Look at this tree right here, right? It's like a cactus of some sort, right? That's the same fucking tree, and that's the door where they're taking the evidence out of. Look how narrow these streets are. So from the end of May all the way till August when he took off, these right here, these streets are so fucking narrow. It's no wonder that the neighbors called a towing truck company, because this car is parked and it already looks like you have to get on the sidewalk to get out of this position. So look, this is where David went, or whoever went with the vehicle. This is the Tesla, right? It goes through here. And I believe it takes a right. And they found it on Bluebird Avenue. And look how cramped this neighborhood is. This is where they found the car. They found it on Bluebird Avenue. Now, I want y'all to understand that someone had to take 2 turns. This house, this street is a 3-minute walk away from his house. But by car, you have to take like a twist and a turn to get to this street. But it's literally a 3-minute walk from his crib. And this is where they found the car. Look at all of these cars that are parked here. There's fire lanes and all this shit. So if somebody caught the cops because they saw the car in 2 weeks, it's because nobody could drive through here. So they said that the car sat here for at least 72 hours. People say I'm seeing reports of them seeing the car abandoned for 2 weeks. But when they called it in, they said that the car had stayed there for over 72 hours. I'm not sure if that's the tow truck policy, but this is where they found it. The problem is that shakes me is that this house is like 3 minutes away. So why did you put this crib? Why did you park the Tesla from this crib down the street? If you're really trying to hide evidence, if you're trying to hide this person that you've killed allegedly, why would you just leave the car down the street? And then I think about what was said about the house. The house wasn't his. It was his manager's. And that changes the whole topic. If this was your manager's house, then you can't hide something in there. So you hide it in your car and you put it down the street because you don't want anybody else to go in this house when you're not there. So you put the car down the street from the house, hoping that nobody would see it. Because if you just leave your car at the house, or if you just leave it inside, people will eventually find out because this is not your home to begin with. It's your manager's. But then there's also the topic about the manager. Did the manager know of his activity? Did they know what was going on? Did they know about the shit that they saw on Discord like everybody else? Because there's a guy in Egypt saying that he got a cease and desist.
Was it maybe someone else that was frequenting the house? We don't know. And evidence of what happened to her, right? Like,
and then to find out.
And who else was it? Because I was told by a neighbor that there's a lot of people going in and out of this house.
Right.
He obviously had friends of his that were living there. So doesn't necessarily mean it was David. Was it maybe someone else that was frequenting the house? We don't know.
And we should say David has been out of town for a lot. His tour started in August.
Early August, but the body also was very decomposed. So we don't know exactly when she died.
The car was towed on September 5th.
8th.
So
8th was when was when I think they discovered the body.
Oh, when they discovered the
Yeah,
body.
and it was
towed on the 3rd.
It was
5th they discovered
it was sitting on a street near that house. And so we know, look, Teslas have cameras, and we know that the LAPD, at least we're under the understanding.
And that's why I never believed that somebody stole his vehicle. It was never confirmed that his car was reported stolen. That's something that a lot of people are getting misunderstood. His car was never reported stolen. Because how the fuck do you steal a Tesla? It is theoretically impossible to steal a Tesla. That's like if somebody stole your iPhone with your GPS on at full battery and they could just track that shit. There is no way. And look, again, the car wasn't even 3 minutes away from his house. It was down the street. It was down the street. It's not like somebody stole it. So when they first even identified the body, I already knew he was guilty because there's no way that anybody could steal a Tesla.
That they are subpoenaing the video from those cameras because, and I don't know the answer to this, whether that kind of Tesla has a camera that would show somebody trying to go in the trunk. If they do, then presumably they're going to see who put that bag with
but
body
they can't
parts.
have that information yet, right? Because if if LAPD had that information, they would have arrested someone.
Maybe, maybe not. It depends on who put it in, right?
Well, whoever the person is, I mean, I guess if they can't find the person.
But they still have to prove that person committed the crime.
You would at least name that person as a person of interest, right?
Unless they don't want to mention it, because sometimes the cops have a person of interest, but they don't want to mention it because they're investigating. And that happens all the time with LAPD. And based on, I don't know about you guys, but the reaction, in fact, I know you guys have been getting that reaction from LAPD. They have just been closed down in terms of giving any information. So it's not like they're saying, oh yeah, here's what we got. They have done the exact opposite. They're saying literally nothing. Because we've made a bunch of calls. They've said nothing. So I think this is a case where they probably know way more than we do at this point, but they're just not saying. But it seems they're interested in David.
Mark, Los Angeles, man, when the story first unfolded, I was thinking, man, ain't no way, because
big shout out to my Jorge for the $5 donation. My Jorge. Let's go, bruh. W. Yeah, bro. Let's just WM in the chat. We're going to say WM. Make it simpler. But I got you right here, bro.
the Tesla's registered in his name, so I'm thinking there must be some kind of, setup or whatnot. But as more info comes out, I'm like, it's not looking good for David. It's not looking good for this man.
Again, we don't know. I want to say one other thing that this may mean nothing.
Major,
but it's
I like
just
that.
Weird.
Hey, my Jorge, that's your name now, Major. W Major in the chat, y'all. I fuck with that. I like that.
There is an unreleased song that he recorded called Romantic Homicide.
No, that one came out.
I hate the fact that this guy was always trying to cling to the innocence. He was always like his songs on Invincible. A lot of teenagers love Invincible. He clinged on to Fortnite. A lot of kids play Fortnite. Like everything that he did was to cling to the younger audience, bro. It's completely fucked up.
Sorry, it came out on Celeste's birthday.
There was 2 songs that came out on her birthday. I mean, it's just, if this is a coincidence, there's a lot of coincidences here.
It's a very eerie coincidence.
Yes.
That's all it is.
All those houses in that type of neighborhood have external surveillance. They should volunteer. And I think they will, because that's why they fucking towed the car in the first place, right? I mean, let's just be real. That's why they towed the car. They didn't even like the fact, I mean, obnoxious, right? They would, like, your neighbor would call the tow truck company, right? But for good reason, because I'm pretty sure that they didn't like that this fucking car was sitting in their parking lot smelling decomposed. So again, we go down this path. Bluebird Avenue. This street is where the car got towed. Look how narrow this street is. Look how rich these houses are. These houses definitely have Ring cameras. Look at how big these cribs are. They're paying millions of dollars to live here. I highly doubt that they don't have cameras. They definitely have Ring cameras up the wazoo. Now, I'm not sure where exactly the car was, right? But I've been doing a little bit of brainstorming because really, I know he's guilty, but I want to know the why. Why did you even bother leaving it here to get caught? At least that's the thought that goes in my head. I could only imagine that he wanted to get caught. There is no way that you think that you were going to do all of this, make all of these songs that are very incriminating, and think that you were going to get away with it. Let me see. So again, I don't think that he wanted to leave evidence at the home. If he had did all of these horrendous things, and if it's not his house, then there could be a chance that when he was going to go on tour, he decided to leave this shit somewhere close by to where he could get to it later. And I feel like this is why he parked it down the street. If he parks it nearby to where he could, because look at the tour dates. Let me see. Tour dates. Let me see. Let me see if I could find it. There we go. His last stop. So he was going to perform in California in August 5th. This is when it started. If you could see here, it's a little blurry. But his last stop for the tour was LA, where he left the victim. So if your tour got canceled in Seattle, the next stop after Seattle would have been California, San Fran, and then Los Angeles. You would have went back at the end of the concert back to where you left the body at. So now I'm thinking, did you leave it down the street hoping that you could let the body stay there until the tour finished so you could walk down the street, get into your car, and then finally hide the evidence? Did you really? And this is why I think he's the most stupidest guy on the planet. Because if he thought that that would work, then he's the biggest idiot in the fucking world. Or he's just an idiot altogether and just left it there thinking nothing would happen. And this is why I go back to the manager. Did the manager have anything to do with it? Or did he park the car down the street because the manager didn't know that Celeste was staying there? Because my theory is he used this content house. Every single video that TMZ posted of this house is when he's doing content with a celebrity. He's doing content with Benny Blanco, TikTokers, Twitch streamers, and apparently Celeste as well. I'm starting to think that he was using this content house as a hideout for Celeste. And when shit got so bad, when he had to leave her in the Tesla, I think he knew he was overstepping his boundaries with the house. And I mean that in a way where he couldn't leave shit so fucking heinous like that there. So he parks it down the street. But why was it impounded in the case? Because the people on the street where he left it at They didn't want the car there because of the narrow. I think, hypothetically speaking, they saw this car in May. So the neighbors already have the impression that this car isn't even a frequent car that people know about. So think about your neighborhood. If you come outside and you see every car that you see every day, you live there for your whole entire life. You know who owns that car. You know whose house that belongs to. You know when a car comes around that you don't know about, you know that that's somebody that started chilling here recently. Everybody knows that if you see a car in your neighborhood that you lived in your whole life just start rolling up out of nowhere, that's somebody that's new to the neighborhood. Even without ever seeing the person come out the car, you already know that that doesn't belong to anybody that lived here before. So if that car comes out at the end of May and then he leaves in August, people were already suspicious about the car because they didn't even see it before May of that year. So it's already suspect. So the fact that it was parking in various places, people were coming in and out of the house, don't you think other people that lived in the neighborhood would have already questioned this house and its integrity? Everybody in this neighborhood would see this house and already think of it as suspect, without a doubt in my mind. Everybody would see this house and already look at it as suspect. Hold on, let me see. So when the cops show up and they tell us that they have a computer and they have 2 bags of evidence or several bags of evidence, that means that it really does have to be David's. Either it's David's or the manager's, for sure. And it gets worse because there's several live streams. There's several live streams that he did. Hold on, let me see. So this is the guy on Discord that said that he reported David for his pedophile activity. This is what he said.
Video, I just want to address some stuff. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are mad at me because in 2023, I tried to expose David for what he was doing at the time. And I just want to clear up that the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was 13. I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls, underage girls, that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them or, doing inappropriate things with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of shit for it. It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached an email here that I received from his team in 2023. And basically they removed my song with David from, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout. There's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, no one else came out after that. So from my point of view, you guys need to understand that it did look like they were just claims. So a lot of people are asking me, why was I promoting a song in 2024 and 2025 that I had with David? It's because the claims that I had in 2023 were, put on hold. It's as if they didn't exist. I had no idea. I was told that they were false by David and his legal team. So after the whole situation happened, I actually felt bad for, spreading misinformation. I thought it was all fake. Obviously, with the stuff that's happened in the past 24 hours, I realized that, they're now real. And some people have come out to me and told me that, it was true. Not just that, but in 2023, when I made the claims.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, this is why I think every lawyer is going to hell. This is why I think every single lawyer is gonna eventually, when their life is deceased, they're gonna go to hell. Because they defend pedophiles, they defend people that are actually convicted of the crime. They just want to get you off. Just because they get you off on a case like that or a murder charge doesn't mean that you didn't do it.
David's legal team did not want anyone to know that David was doing this type of stuff. So basically they blamed me and said that I was leaking music, but I wasn't leaking any music. They blamed me for leaking music. I was leaking the facts. So they just said that they're going to blame me for leaking music.
And that's another thing. If he came out to speak about these allegations and his lawyers were clever enough to cover up that information by saying, oh, he wasn't leaking that he was talking to minors. He was leaking that he was leaking music to try to make it look less severe. Manipulators, bro.
That's my punishment. My song is off. That's it. And you guys need to understand that I felt terrible. I felt like I was gonna ruin his career out. You know, I felt like I was spreading misinformation for him. I felt disgusting, bro. I was like, I gave him claims that weren't true because from what it looked like to me, they weren't true. You know, they were cleared and everything. No one else came out after that. But then obviously now it's a different story. That's why I was promoting the songs in 2024, 2025. I was cool with him. I wasn't like, you know, friends with him and stuff, but I didn't have a problem with him. Little do I know that he hated me. He has me blocked on Twitter right now, and he's blocked me within the past 24 hours because I was not blocked prior to, you know, everything happening. And also, I just want to add that I live in Egypt. I don't live in the US. I can't go to NYPD. I can't go to LAPD. I can't get in touch with the FBI. The stuff that I had was just Discord messages. You know, I didn't have any solid evidence that he did it. But now obviously looking at it, it makes sense. So I just wanted to clear it up because a lot of people think I'm doing it for clout and I'm doing it for this and I'm doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I felt the time was right, and I've been sitting on this information and I'm just glad it's out now.
So if you guys think that he is guilty, if you guys think that he should have spoke up sooner, if you believe that he did spoke up sooner, I'll let y'all decide that for yourselves. I'm going to say right now, bro, personally, what I believe, I think that there is some type of truth to his story, but I have to look at it like, don't believe everything you hear and believe half of what you see. Because I feel like this Discord is also still trying to cover their ass. So I feel like, but he is the only one from this Discord, however, lives in Egypt, on the other part of the world, that has decided to speak up about the situation. Another person that decided to speak up about the situation was allegedly her brother. And these messages, I feel like people skim over because they don't know that they're true or not. But this person looks up images or post images of Celeste that nobody has ever seen before. So this account apparently is Celeste's brother. And they show new pictures of Celeste, right? And someone messages them and they ask if it's his sister. And they say, yes, it was him because he found my account and he followed me. He's referring to David. He says, fuck, well, he has it coming. That's wild. Just randomly, did you ever talk to him? Celeste's brother says, I only met him once. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him, like she was living with him? All of this shit is so confusing and disgusting. The person that claims to be the brother, he says, I knew. And I went to the police about it. But there's a lack of evidence. So it was waived off. And this is the part that fucks me up. Because when we talk about poor families and we talk about Hispanic families or minority families that don't come from a rich family or don't come from a good part of California, that don't come from Hollywood, the police just wave shit off. Remember, she ran away before, and then she came back and then ran away for a whole year. It's like if they disregarded her because they don't give a fuck about poor Hispanics, poor minorities in this country, bro. The person responds, bullshit. Now there's thousands of people backing you up the worst that won't happen again. But if they did, they should have listened. Even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. And then this person says that's how it was with celebrities. Look what they did with Diddy. That was out of pocket. I know it fucking sucks. Fucking crazy. People suffer for it. How long has she been gone? And then he says dead 2 weeks, because from what they've said, they reported her dead the day that they found her. They found her in September 8th, but they said that the body was heavily decomposed. That means that she was dead before they found her. So we don't even know the real time of death as of right now. Damn, that soon? People have been saying like a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. What do you think happened? Like, if he, and this person is definitely overstepping boundaries. Definitely overstepping boundaries, messaging this guy. Was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all of him just manipulating her. Yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she turned 18 to get married and stuff like that. And in David's music, he talks about waiting 7 years till she becomes of age. So this kind of adds up to the lyrics that he's been saying in the songs, waiting till she becomes of age, all of this other fucking weird ass shit. Says that's fucking sick. What's crazy is that all of those people in his circle who knew and didn't say shit. I saw one guy, he got sued. That's the video that we just saw. That's the video that we just saw about the guy in Egypt. I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you would have too if you kept pushing. Dog, what? I never saw that. My sister would have never said anything. There is so much shit in that Discord. What the fuck? There's a Discord? Yeah, it just has his fan Discord and stuff. I wasn't in there. And then they show him the message. This guy, and this is another message from Discord. This guy and the guy from Egypt have been the only ones that people have been talking about in the Discord that were trying to expose David. There's this other Discord. I think it has like a Spanish name. I think it's Novlano or Nuvleno. I can't remember. But he says one of the missing girls, like David says, I'm in a song crisis. And this guy says, play the song that's named after the missing girl, Celeste. So the brother says that he never knew about this shit. Right? And then the guy sends a screenshot of Celeste in the Discord saying that that was her, showing her the messages, showing him basically everything that people have saw online. Gives them the information, gives them all of this shit. And then the person replies back. And this fucking broke me, bro. He says, that's my sister, dog. Like, that shit fucking hurt, bro. I don't know, bro. We'll keep it a legend, bro. But the way he said that shit is heart-wrenching. He said, that's my sister, dog. And he sends pictures that nobody had seen before. Fuck, man. Fuck, bro. That shit hurts, bro. That's my sister, dog. Nobody's posted these pictures, bro. Nobody has shared these photos. I have never seen these pictures being shared of her, bro. I've never seen these photos of her. She's in school, bro. She's in middle school, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm gonna take off my fucking Cash App, bro. If y'all donate to anybody tonight, bro, y'all donate to her GoFundMe, bro. She was a kid, bro. Y'all go hit her GoFund. Y'all hit her family's GoFundMe, and y'all run that up, bro. That shit ain't right, man. I've never seen those pictures, and this is why I feel like people skim through this. Like, it's bad, bro. I feel like people don't pay attention to they just skim through it because they don't know if it's real or not. But I'll tell you right now, bro, I've never seen those photos of her. I've never seen anybody share those photos of her until that person started coming around and sharing it through that video. And this guy just posts weird ass fucking TikToks about her. Allegedly, I guess we'll fucking keep it alleged. But the shit is fucking disgusting, bro. And I think people are talking about the Tesla and like the news about the Tesla. So they say that the cops are hunting for videos showing the abandoned Tesla. The Tesla was abandoned on a street in the Hollywood Hills before it was towed. This is exactly the street that I was showing you on the Google images. And the impounded with the dead body inside. And cops are scoring the area where the car was parked and looking for video that would identify the driver and maybe crack the case. Now, a lot of people think that David had an accomplice. There's rumors that there's this fat guy by the name of Marky that he could have helped. I'm not sure if that's true or not at this time, but a lot of people are pointing out that he had Discord messages in there. I'm not sure if that's true or not. However, once the Discord logs as soon as the police get a hold of the Discord logs, it's going to be a different story. It's going to be a different story. Exactly. Like, how much evidence do you need, bro? You have all these people on the internet giving you the evidence for you, bro. And what's so disturbing is that David was a part of FaZe. Like I said, my bad, bro. I had to get my bearings straight, bro. That shit's emotional, bro. My bad, bro. I don't like it's just fucked up that I gotta cover shit like that, bro. It's fucked up, bro. But I feel like this is like a heated message for parents, bro. Parents really need to look out for and monitor what their kids do, bro. If it's Roblox, if it's Discord, if it's PlayStation, if it's Xbox, if they're playing games with their friends, all of that shit, bro. All of that shit matters. Because a lot of people were getting mad at the guy from FaZe. Jason the Ween is a FaZe member. FaZe is already going through a lot of weird ass situations as it is. But this guy is signed to FaZe. His name is Jason. Jason has a song with David. This was released 2 months ago. Now, David had a different tone before he found out that the body was belonging to somebody he had a relationship with, a weird, creepy grooming relationship with. Jason at first was defending him, obviously, because he didn't want to believe it, but his tone soon changes. Never reported stolen. I want you to keep in mind that this was somebody that made music with David, that hung out with David, but didn't want to believe that this was true. This is before they found out that it was a little girl who was found. This is also him trying to double down on it. Someone said no sound. Oh, I appreciate it, Treble. Here, let me stop sharing. Let me share screen. Oh, they said no sound. Hold on. Type of one if you can hear this, y'all.
Stop spamming David. I mean, I feel like I can speak on that. That's just been everywhere. My whole For You page. Happened what, like 3 days ago? David, somebody, hey, I'm gonna say this right now. He didn't kill anybody, bro. He didn't kill anybody. There's no way. There's no way he's been on tour. He didn't kill anybody. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday. Bro, do you see the videos that he makes? There's no way he's killing somebody. He was framed. Either he was framed or my theory is somebody killed someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective, so innocent till proven guilty. Stealing a Tesla? Hey, bro, there's a lot of crazy hackers out here. There's a lot of crazy hackers. Huh. Plus, it was impounded, right? That was crazy. It was air rack. Y'all think if it was David, I'm pretty sure he's not even a suspect. Like the police don't even have him as a suspect. He literally performed yesterday, right? I'm not fully updated on the news. He's not. Exactly. Honestly, this is good.
And then he updates, right? Well, he tries to double down. Remember, like I said, this is before it was identified. The body was identified.
Was a suspect, the police would have been after him.
Have you talked about the situation
with David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No. And I'm going to perform. We're going to perform on the 20th, me and David.
So let me get this straight. You support homophobic people and murderers. Got it.
Nice one, bro. Nice one, bro.
You're performing with them?
Yes.
Is that your first time performing? No, you did.
I did my own concert.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
This is a little bigger, right?
I did Head in the Clouds.
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, I did that one.
Did you perform at it, or did you just? I saw you just run on stage.
I did perform.
I didn't see the performance.
Are
you nervous? Do you get nervous?
No, I don't get nervous anymore. I performed with him at Coachella.
Which song are you gonna do?
Now, keep in mind, he's defending him at this time because he doesn't know the evidence that was proven later after. But I'm gonna say something about this right now.
Somewhere Uptown.
Any other songs?
No, because that's the only song I have.
Jason sent a diss track.
You really like that?
It's your best song.
Really?
That's 7 seconds. I think you discovered musical peak.
Maybe I got to make like a full mumble album. Or
I think you have to I want you to be like one of those artists that makes a movie for like Hotel Transylvania 4.
Yo, tell Universal Studios to hit me up, man.
Universal, you got your artist right here.
I'll make a Minion song right now.
For the Minions 6 movie. Minions Gone Wild. Jason the Ween.
Let me do it. I'll make it. So,
period.
You think David did it?
Do I think he's a murderer?
Yeah.
Can't rule him out.
Can't rule him out?
Can't rule him out.
Damn. No way. No.
You know what I did think was incredibly soft? I don't know if it's
how
true.
do you steal a Tesla though?
Huh? Wait, so you think it is him?
No, I don't think it's him.
A Tesla?
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
No,
but also,
I don't think it's him either. I think it's like almost obviously not him. But what's weird is that Crocs dropped him.
Yeah, why would they do that?
That's weird.
Yeah, and Hollister, like what? Why would they do that? Guilty till proven innocent? No, innocent till proven guilty. Fact.
Facts.
That means whoever has access to his Tesla, because you can add authorized users to your Tesla, right?
Yeah.
So that means David's someone associated to David or some shit.
Unfortunately, that's not the case because he ended up getting caught, bro. Fortunately for you, that's not the case because he ends up changing his tone. And this is the problem that I have with this statement that he had made. Let me see.
On Twitter.
Let me see. Let me get the right one. Now he changes his tone for sure. After the evidence came out, the guy that he did a song with, the guy that's part of FaZe, the guy that has a lot of attention from kids in that bracket, he retracts his statements.
Yeah. I feel like I need to speak on this. Okay, be serious for a minute, because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing. Okay, that shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say, the girl that I met named Celeste at the FaZe house is not the same Celeste that was killed.
So I think that's very important for him to say, because a lot of people like XQC and all of these other guys that were looking into this were trying to claim that Jason had met the girl that was deceased currently. But it makes another questionable thing about David. Why are you hanging out with girls that have the same name as her? I don't think the girls knew that he was talking to another Celeste, but it's fucking weird how he has this weirdo psycho obsession with Celeste that he'll start bringing people around and introducing them to a girl with the same exact name.
Named Celeste at the FaZe house. The girl that I met named Celeste at the FaZe house is not the same Celeste that was killed. RIP to that girl. But yeah, condolences to that girl and her family. That shit is fucking horrific. But yeah, let's just move on, bro. All right. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right. I had dinner with him one time in a group setting. And then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Now he's deflecting because you were defending him. That's the part that don't sit right with me.
And then motherfuckers saying I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. I want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right. I had dinner.
But you did a 3-hour live stream with him, though, right? And you were talking to him on another live stream, right? You did a song with him. You defended him before. It would have made more sense if you just didn't defend him to begin with and then say, I don't even know him like that. You defended him. It got exposed. And now you don't know him like that? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. You knew him. They caught your man on sexual assault charges. The guy that you be hanging with. The guy that you be hanging with. Hey, bro. Run it back one more time, bro.
Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with.
I don't see one more time.
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with. Oh, yeah, sex offender. And it was your mans. He was your boy. Heard you grew up with him. That's crazy, man.
You ain't know what he was doing. You ain't feel bad at all. Like no cute, none of that shit. Fuck with you. Cause your man's his whole ass. Never mind.
That's Kels. That's your man. Kels. Bump and grind. Hey, I'm gonna get with you, baby.
They said David dressed like a Dollar General blade is fucking crazy, Philly. Man, fuck that pedophile, bro. Oh, God. Fuck that chomo.
But I need you to bring your best friend right now. Meet me at the West End Uptown. I promise on.
Yo, you have some vibrato.
I need you.
Did I do it?
You have vibrato for a second.
I was trying to do the Post Malone, bro.
That was crazy.
But I need you.
Begin with that break. Oh, no, brother. That shit looks sus as hell, my boy. That look like y'all are friends, homie.
Welcome to Take 5 Royal Change.
Like,
hey, how long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush. Just 10 minutes.
Get
out. 10 minutes.
That look like y'all are friends, homie. Y'all buddies.
Bro, Chad, I low-key been leveling up, bro. I'm feeling confident.
Y'all buddies.
This was a high-level lobby, though, bro.
Y'all buddies.
On my side, say, you got.
Don't try to act like this guy you weren't defending, bro. Now all of a sudden, I only did a song with him, and I only had lunch with him. This guy was calling you the next David, bro.
But yeah, condolences to that girl and her family. That shit is fucking horrific. But yeah, let's just move on, bro. All right. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right. I had dinner with him one time.
But why would you defend him? If it wasn't that deep, why would you defend him and say you're still going on tour? Everybody wants to say he just wants to defend his friend. He just wants to look out for his friend. But then he's saying after the fact, I was never friends with him. Well, then what the fuck? Why were you defending him then? Am I tripping?
In a group setting, and then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro. That shit's fucking insane.
Like what, bro? I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night, bro. Y'all were boys. That's why you defended him in the first place. Like what, bro? Don't get me started on that shit. So we got the teacher, right? I talked about this a little bit already. This is what Celeste's teacher said. We gotta load this shit up. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, bro. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, bro. Y'all catch the replay on the other shit, bro. If y'all are tapping in live, bro, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Everybody hit a bowl, man. We'll get your mind off this shit, bro.
classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged.
So he shows a picture, if you can kind of see it right here, of the people taking hush money. So he shows a picture of Celeste behind this blue paper right here, this blue background right here. He shows a picture of Celeste behind there. And he says, not only that, but the kids that took hush money from David were also students of mine.
I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was
this? We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper.
And I think it's crazy because this teacher is talking about it. This conversation should not even exist because remember, Trump had put a law out that kids can no longer use their phones in school. So the reason why it looks so hidden is because they have to hide their phone to record it because it's illegal for a kid to have a phone in the classroom. And it makes you think, why the fuck is the president making phones illegal in school? When there's shit like this that the teacher is talking about that needs to be addressed. She went missing for a month, came back and went missing for a year, and they were all a part of his classroom. A lot of people say that this teacher is chasing clout, but look what the fuck he's a part of. Look at what the fuck that he had to deal with. She ran away and came back to my classroom, and then she ran away again, and I didn't even get to teach her because she was gone by the next year. And now I'm seeing kids that I also taught that are taking hush money from a predator, alleged murderer. But you want to say he's clout chasing, bro. That's that NPC bot shit that I be seeing online, bro. This guy gives a fuck because he's trying to tell his kids they all met online. At the same time, we don't want our kids to have phones. They need phones in case of an emergency. But also look at the fucking guidelines that we have to follow if we want a child to have a phone. Look at the dangers that they're prone to. It's a crazy situation. And I know that it might be out of pocket to share it as a teacher, but damn. I wouldn't doubt that he took it personal. Look at all of us.
And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
So I do think it is out of pocket, right? I don't think that he should have exploited the kids to all of that information. I think he should have told that information to the police. If he was going to if TMZ was just going to post them, he might as well just talk to TMZ about it. So I do think that there is some immaturity, some fault, some negligence on his part. But at the same time, I feel like I understand why he was trying to explain that, because with the information that he gave us, he openly stated and confirmed that she ran away before. She came back and then ran away again. And that's when that happened. So that's details that he gives the public that I think is the only thing that I've gained from this video, which is fucked up, because I feel like there's a broader message about kids and social media. I think kids in social media should be more observant. I think everybody in this chat, if you're a parent, You should watch what your kids are doing, monitor what they're doing online. I know you want to give them that trust, but sometimes that trust, you know, I know it sucks because you don't want to be like a strict parent, or you don't want to feel like you want to give them the space that your parents couldn't give you, you know? But sometimes we do have to be parents and not friends. That's all I'm saying. He can get the point across without using her image. That is true. That is true. I agree. I feel like there was a better way to go about this than showing a classroom. But it is a sensitive subject right now. But shit, bro, sometimes you have to tell kids the real world. Sometimes you have to tell them what I hate that because kids look at everything as innocent, but then there's a certain conversation that you have to have with them where you have to tell them, like, hey, man, this world is ugly. That's why I like Tupac, because Tupac, I felt like, shared that message. Tupac would tell you, this world is disgusting. I fucking hate it. But there is love in the world. And I feel like that's why Tupac's message lives forever. When Tupac makes a song called Brenda's Got a Baby, there's a reason why that song stands the test of time. When he made the song Dope Fiend's Diner, there's a reason why that song is one of the greatest hits. And then I think about, I'll tell you a story, bro. Personal experience. I used to hang out with this girl in middle school. We were both 12 years old. And then the next day, people were talking about her. She wasn't at school, but everybody was talking about her. Why? Because there's this park right by our school, our middle school, and she got caught sleeping with a 32-year-old man. And this is the time when projectors started becoming a thing in the school, bro. And a kid went to the projector, went to Google, and projected the image of the news report of the guy that got caught sleeping with the girl that went to our school. And then before the teacher came back from the restroom, he took it off. I'm telling you, bro. Like, the world is ugly, and it's been ugly. And kids don't look at it as a serious topic because they're young themselves. That's why all the kids in that Discord, I feel like they didn't report it, because they feel like since they're young, they just criticize instead of doing the right thing and telling an adult. And that girl, bro, she got ridiculed. They ridiculed her. But in real life, you look back at it now, I never stopped being friends with her. Because in my mind, I knew what it was. That guy groomed her. A lot of people called her a slut. And that shit would hurt me, bro, because like she didn't know any better. It's like I knew instead of shaming her. It's like I already knew, bro. Like that guy was just taking advantage of her. It's like I hated the way she would get bullied. And this was, and shit like that has been happening since I was a kid. And it's been like these guys try to take advantage of young girls. They try to manipulate them. Exactly. That victim blaming shit gets out of hand. That's exactly what I would hear throughout the school by the guys. And I'm like, bro, she's not, like, that's not her fault, bro. Like, that guy is older than her. And he's probably saying things to get her, like, to manipulate her. But I share that story to tell you that this is an ongoing issue that has been happening for years. For years. Like that girl that I'm talking about, like, she has a kid now. She has a normal life. And I'm glad for her, because at one point it could have been bad. I think about situations like this with Celeste, and I'm like, damn, bro, there was girls at my school that were talking to older guys, and they would brag about it. Some would brag about it. That situation she got shamed for and got called a slut all throughout school. When I knew in reality, it's just some older guy, some creep taking advantage of her. But yeah, bro, like, I feel like it was cool though, because when I talked to her, it felt like I was the only one. Like, she started dating my homeboy, right? Like, after that, after the fact, right? She had feelings for my friend. I remember my friend told me about that shit. He's like, I want to date her, bro, but everybody talks about her like she's a slut. And I remember I told him, like, bruh, like, she was a victim. Like, what do you want her to do, bro? And then he was like, damn. You know, it's not one of those things where you judge them, but it's like one of those things where you teach them. Like, hey, bro, look, you got to understand, bro, that, like, that's not her fault, bro.